What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the start of 2020. It is early on in January, which means it is time for a new most anticipated list of the year to come. I picked out 10 of the movies I'm most excited for. There's a bunch of movies that I'm still excited for that just aren't on this list. There's also a lot of movies that will come out of nowhere that I end up really enjoying. That happens every single year, of movies that aren't, big comic book ones or aren't, remakes or sequels that come out of nowhere and impress and I love, and that shit happens every year and you just can't account for that at all. But what I've done is made 10 movies, a list of 10 movies, not in the order of how excited I am, but the order of release. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I'm going to get straight into it and we'll kick off the first one with Birds of Prey. Now, The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn, I think, is the subtitle. It is a long subtitle, whatever. I'm excited for this because I love Harley Quinn. I loved Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. I think she crushed it. I think she's probably one of the only good things about the first Suicide Squad. I am still hesitant because of that movie and how good the trailers were, and then it kind of just fizzled out. It flopped. It wasn't that great. So I am still kind of hesitant with this movie because I think the last trailer looked really good. It looks like it's going to be fun. Definitely should just be called Harley Quinn. I think they'd make more money if it was just called Harley Quinn. But I think even Margot Robbie was like, no, I'd rather be a group movie and not just base it on my character. But just from the trailers, it looks like it's all about her, and I'm fine with that. Hopefully it all works out. I'm a big fan of Ewan McGregor, and I'm excited what he can do with Black Mask. And just, I'm really hoping it doesn't end up like Suicide Squad ended up and being a disappointment after some dope trailers. Moving on, we have A Quiet Place Part 2. I loved the first A Quiet Place movie. I really did. I thought it was awesome. I think Krasinski and Blunt killed it. Now, does it need a sequel? Not at all. It doesn't whatsoever, but I understand if you have a movie that made him a bunch of money, wins a bunch of awards, people love it, you're going to make another one, especially in today's age. So they're going to have this movie, and I'm interested because it kind of, we're completely changing the narrative because there's things we found out that they didn't know throughout the movie that we find out at the end of the movie. Without spoiling it, because if you haven't seen it, you probably should go and see it. But, I think Blunt should be great. Krasinski's back to direct, so I'm excited for that. I'm again hesitant because it's an unwarranted, unneeded sequel, but I understand why they're doing it, of course. But I just hope it lives up to the first one, because I think that's one of the best movies that I've seen in a long while that came out of nowhere, original screenplay, and just delivered. Moving on, we have Black Widow. Now, on the Prothers Binge podcast, they talk about this movie a lot, and I was a guest at that time when they were talking about this movie, and I made a joke because they don't think one of the brothers think it's necessary, the other one doesn't think it's necessary. Is this movie necessary? No. Has the narrative changed a little bit now because of the events of Endgame a little bit? I think this movie should have happened a long time ago. I think now it's kind of interesting because of, I'm going to spoil Endgame, because if you haven't seen Endgame now, you never wanted to. She dies at the end of Endgame, so it's like, you just killed off the character, and one of the next movies you're going to do is that character's movie. Bit of a weird timing, but it's MCU, they generally deliver. I'm not going to say the movie is going to be bad, because I'm pretty damn certain it's going to be pretty good. David Harbour's in there as Red Guardian, Red Soldier, something like that. He's going to kill it. I'm very excited for this movie. I think it looks awesome. One of the only MCU movies coming out this year, I think it's that and The Eternals. I'm definitely more excited for this movie. I'm excited to see what this movie brings. It kind of looks like a spy, Russian movie. Florence Pugh's in there as well. I think it's got a lot of good things going for it other than just timing. Now, probably the most excited movie, the most anticipated movie for me is going to be Wonder Woman 1984. I am pumped for this movie. This movie looks terrific. The trailer looks awesome. The Steve Trevor stuff is up in the air. I don't know why he's there, but still looks damn good. I love the first film. I think other than the third act, the final boss fight, I thought the movie was almost perfect. I think that's where it drops off, and I'm like, okay. But that first, 2/3 of the movie is phenomenal. It's really damn good. I think it's the best DCEU film they've got. It's a lot of fun. Gal Gadot absolutely smashes it as Wonder Woman. I'm excited to see the new kind of light they're bringing in. The characters look really cool. It's a different, brighter set. In the 80s, it looks really, really dope. It's going to be the flip, where Wonder Woman was the fish out of water, now Steve Trevor's going to be the fish out of the water. I'm interested to see what they do with Kristen Wiig, if she actually turns to the full cheat. I'm really hoping she does, but we'll see when, we get to actually see it ourselves. Moving on to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Look, I love Paul Rudd. I'm excited for this. I saw the trailer. It looks actually really good. This is a great example of them not trying to make a remake or a straight up sequel with the same people. They're kind of just rejuvenizing the product, the franchise that is Ghostbusters, and I think this is the best way to do it. It's connected, but it's not a direct sequel, which I think looks really cool. It'd be nice to see some of the boys back, but I don't think it's even necessary. I think as long as they stick to what the Ghostbusters in essence is, I think we can have a lot of fun with this movie, and I'm very excited to see how it does. On to Tenet. Now, I'm actually not, going to talk about this movie a lot because pretty much it's on this list because the trailer looked dope. I like John David Washington, and it's Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is a phenomenal director, and he is a mindfuck artist. So I'm just excited to see what happens in this movie. The trailer looked ridiculous. It looked crazy. That's pretty much all I'm going to leave it at. Moving on, we're going to go to Conjuring 3. I don't remember the subtitle of this movie. It's something kind of corny, which made me a bit worried. But the first two Conjuring movies are really, 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 really good. They're as good as current horror gets, and I will stand by that till the day I die. Conjuring 1 and 2 are phenomenal. Now, you can talk about the sequels and what you thought of a couple of Annabelle films or The Nun or whatever, but the two Conjuring films are really damn good. I love Patrick Wilson. This is a movie I'm very excited for because it's bringing them back. We're getting to see it, and it's 3. You can ignore the rest, just watch the trilogy and we're going to be done with it. I'm hoping James Wan's coming back to direct that, and that's a key on this trilogy of how, or of his Conjuring universe. The middle films that generally work better are the ones that he's really behind and directing. I haven't actually looked too much into it, but when I saw it's Conjuring 3, I'm really hoping because I know that's the mainstay of the actual Conjuring verse. Moving on to another horror, we're in that October-ish kind of time at the moment, Halloween Kills. I'm very excited for this movie because the remake, the 2018 remake, I want to say it was that year, was really damn good. I think it was, again, one of a great example of rejuvenizing a franchise, making horror kind of cool again, without jump scare bullshit. I think this is cool. They announced they're going to do 2 more. There's Halloween Kills and Halloween something else that I can't remember. There's going to be 3 in this new trilogy, and I'm fine by that. Hopefully they can deliver like the first one did, because I was really behind the original. The original, yeah, but more the actual remake. There's too many fucking Halloween films. Let's say it that way, but we're getting more. If they can make them good, it makes it easier. The remake trilogy that they're going to do, I'm hoping lives up to the first of the remake. Towards the end of the year now, we're going Coming to America. Now, it's Coming to America. It is the sequel to Coming to America. I know. There's a 2 in there, that's why it's a sequel. But I love this film. My friend Taylor, shout out if you're watching, he showed me this movie. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. It was like 1988 or something I hadn't watched until I was like 17 maybe. I was like a lot older, but it was funny. It was really damn good, and I'm just excited, even if a movie sucks, to see Eddie Murphy back on screen getting some limelight, because he obviously did Dolomite in My Name, but that was a Netflix film, so it's going to be cool to see him back on the big screen, and hopefully this is a great movie and has a lot of success to get him back on top. Finishing off the year and finishing off the list, West Side Story. Now, a lot of people probably aren't even talking about this film. They're probably not even having this on the list. I haven't seen many lists, but I also haven't seen this movie talked about much. The reason it's on my list, and some other movies are expected to be on my list or whatever, I kept this one on my list because I'm a big musical guy, and I'm not even talking about West Side Story. I haven't seen most of that film. I've seen snippets, but I'm excited to see Steven Spielberg do a musical. That's why this movie is here. It's more intrigued me than anything. I'm just interested to see how he handles a musical. I think other than Ansel Elgort, I don't really know any of the other cast. I haven't seen a trailer. I haven't seen much of it. I haven't seen the remake. The original. This is the remake. But I just want to see how Steven Spielberg does a musical. And that's pretty much why this is on my list. Now it's going to cop off the list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you press that subscribe button. I've got a new video dropping on Thursday. That's my release day. I dropped this one today on Tuesday because I was going to drop an extra one yesterday. I fell behind because I was busy with work all day. So I ended up dropping it today. So it's a bit of behind. But Thursdays every single week, you can rely on my boy, your boy, me, dropping that video. So make sure you press subscribe, press that thumbs up button. Let me know what your favorite movie or your most anticipated movie is going to be this year. I'm blabbering because I always do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.